Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. I have the gal you need to meet. Her name is Jillianne Renee, and she's of Jillianne Renee, Inc., and you are a painter, but you're an interior painter, designer extraordinaire. And I say I need to meet you because I'm a disaster. I can say this. I have people who will vouch for me when it comes to taking care of my own inside of my house, and that's important. I think sometimes we just think, oh, I'll just throw that furniture together, I'll throw those walls together, but nothing says home like, you know, something that's a little bit more well coordinated, and that's where you come in. Tell me a little bit about your company.
Yes, we're basically a full-service painting company, but what separates us is the fact that we do the murals, the custom faux finishes. A lot of people don't know what the word faux means.
Yeah.
It's actually a decorative textured wall that I actually don't ever do built-up texture because I don't believe in the process of, you know, ruining your walls to get a faux finish. And then if you ever want to change it, you have to like literally replace your wall.
No,
or
we don't want to do
recoat it.
that.
So I do a decorative faux finish is, faux means fake. So it's a fake texture done with paint only. And we've developed like the cool metallics and just like fresco is like an old world Italian feel. Just making the walls look aged and elegant. And like the whole idea is to make them look timeless so that you're not like trend setting where in a year you're gonna look at them and go, what did we do to these walls? Like the sponge painting and everything like that. So it's that cool, you know, just subtle, elegant finish that will last, you know, in 10 years from now. So, but we do the full service base painting, and the cool thing, like when you make an estimate to get your house painted, I'll come and help do your color design. When you book with me, you get an expert opinion on which colors to choose, which, you know, there's so many different like yellows, beiges, that you can choose a beige that looks great on this little chip.
That I was going to say, those little chips are so deceptive.
Yeah.
It's a postage size. How am I supposed to know what that looks like?
Yeah, if you look at it in one light, it looks great. But if you look at it on a wall in the sunlight, it's too pink.
I had a disaster with pink. I ended up with bubblegum walls. Not a good thing.
Or mauve, mauves, purples, like it's just, there's that fine line. So I've dealt with it, you know, for 8 years. I know as soon as I look at a color, I know what it's going to look like on the wall. So that's what people need.
Well, I think
you know
they do need that. I think it's. I will never paint my own walls myself again. I'm a disaster. Seriously, more paint on me than the wall. But the skill that goes into putting the paint on the wall with the brush and with the technique, so it looks beautiful, rather than just how I painted these myself. It is
clean lines.
Clean lines.
Yeah, that's the hugest thing, and like for resale value of the home, you know, it's priceless. You have to have clean, you know, ceiling lines.
Right, clean lines. I also think it's nice when the house, you know, whether it be the first floor or the second, when your colors coordinate a little bit, rather than having the mood of the day and this really hot mess going on inside your house. And that's where I think we often don't think about asking our painter. And our painter often doesn't think that, gee, I should help them a little bit because I know my paint. And buying the right paint's important, and that's
definitely, yes.
You're not going to let me buy paint.
No, and you don't have to spend, you know, you get Benjamin Moore Aura, which is the, you know, Cadillac of paint. It's beautiful paint. It's awesome, but you can also use. I primarily use Sherwin-Williams. Their Pro 200 line is amazing. When professionally painted, it looks awesome. It's affordable. There's zero VOC. So you get all the benefits of, you know, the zero VOC, low odor, and affordable paint.
There you go. And when I'm thinking about faux, people think of a faux wall or two, or maybe something in the living room. Where do we use this, and why do we use it?
It's like, I mean, even foyers, because a lot of
Yes,
foyers.
that's a good idea. See, I wouldn't have thought of that. That's why you're the professional. I'm not.
The two-story foyers are so big and can be so cold.
Yes.
And like a nice, just subtle color wash or something just to warm up the room. Like I'm gonna do like a really pretty, like almost like an Italian, just buttery like leather wash with caramel tones in a house in New Lenox. And because she said that, she's like, it's just so big and large. And I was like, this is gonna make it feel like home when you walk in the door. It's not gonna be so towering
And sterile.
entry.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's awesome. See, definitely. Now, on top of doing the faux thing, you do some mural work. What kind of, again, I would not necessarily think of putting a mural in my house, but if I had a big wall or something like that, that's a great idea. Tell me a little, give me an example.
When I was little, I wanted to be a cartoonist for Walt Disney. So I
Awesome.
started like drawing the cartoons, and that was like my ultimate dream. But the cool thing is like getting the chance to do wall murals. I get to literally do the characters and Winnie the Pooh and different things on kids' room walls.
Well, that's a perfect place
And,
for that.
Yeah, like if somebody has a border, like I've done like the Winnie the Pooh characters and stuff, and like it used to be a huge trend was the grapevines in the kitchen. Now it's kind of moving into like just big florals in a powder room, like some giant flowers or. That's like my Valentine's Day special.
That's awesome.
I suggested that the men purchase a gift certificate to give their wife flowers in their powder room that will never die.
That's awesome. Well, because we often spend some time there, and why not better to look at a really nicely painted wall? That's a great idea. Oh, you're creative. I can tell, right? You also, tell me about a custom canvas art. What is that?
Basically, like I think, as a homeowner myself, you struggle to find a painting that looks right in your living room, your space.
Yet another skill I don't have.
Yeah. So you have your decor, your walls are empty, and you go,
Right.
what do we put? I don't want to, spend thousands of dollars on a high-end art piece.
Right.
But what I've conceptualized is just, finding an image you like, or a pillow, or taking some of your decor and just creating an artwork around it. And affordable though.
Right.
But you can do like a nice big canvas, and
you do those. You paint that nice
yeah.
big canvas. Wow, so you get to use all your painting skills, from walls to cartoon characters to full-size canvas works of art.
because basically, if I have a picture or like some sort of inspiration, I can recreate it, and that's the cool thing. So I'm trying to come up with different ways to use it, and I did a really cool. My client had these children's books by Nancy Tillman, and they're on my website. This beautiful like zebra, little boy laying on a zebra, and this beautiful scenery, blues and yellows, and the zebra was just so vibrant. So I painted a canvas for her son's room, and it's just so cool on the wall. Like, and it's something that means a lot to her, and something like she can pass down in her family. So that was a really cool project.
Neat, and we've got a split second left, but you also are a photographer on top of this. So you do.
I have a degree in photography, so.
So you do portraits and also weddings. I would imagine that a lot of your customers come from people who you might have done some artwork for, or their walls.
Yeah, I love weddings. That was my passion. Like, I discovered wedding photography when I was planning my wedding, and I, just fell in love. The romance, the soft, all the new techniques in digital photography are fun, and so I'll do those when I can, and it's just like a girly fun thing I love.
That's awesome. Well, I can see that your clients must just love you, because you are just full of good ideas, and you love what you do. I can feel it. So thanks for stopping by and telling us all about what you do. It's Jillianne Renee, and we're going to be right back with more Business Connections. Stay tuned.